This reading serves as a reminder that nobody gets the right to your energy unless you allow it. If your standard for the energy around you is one of purity, is one of light, is one of love, is one of good intentions, then you have a right to attract that energy and to not allow the energies that you've allowed in the past to maybe take from you. I think we're all on that journey of learning who we are, what our energy is, and how to enter an era where we honor that instead of giving it away. Nobody gets your energy. Your energy is yours. And you get to choose how you use it. If you don't want limitations on how you use your energy, then you don't need to put limitations on how you use your energy. Your energy is yours. And I think that's really important. And of course, that is something that takes time. That is a path that takes time. But it is a path that is worth the time, because the energy of lack, which would be the Five of Pentacles here upright, as a reversal, you know, it kind of looks like the flower, the rose is upright, and a petal is like floating to the sky instead of falling. So the choices you make on where to put your energy are the choices that lead you from a path of feeling like you lack something to feeling like you are ascending that feeling. And if there's pain that has trapped the thoughts in your mind that regard your emotional connections and your own relationship to your energy, you are allowed to wish or to dream of what your heart believes will float that pain away. We don't have to hold on to the pain that's held us back before. And it is the heart's wishes, dreams, and what exists in the heavenly space of consciousness that soothes that pain instead of it being something that makes us fall to the ground. The worries and the fears that once held us from understanding the magnitude of our own power, the immense success of the dreamlike state, the entities that were once the ones that caused worry and doubt are exactly the ones that will now work for you to attract your wishes. And if your wish is to transition to a new time, a new era of divine material gifts, then that is your right to step in to that era. There are some really powerful beautiful heavenly energies guiding you away from the pain that has once given you, that you once gave power to, or maybe you didn't even notice that it was there. It's okay to not know. It's okay to not know everything that you feel and the cause of it and what it creates in your life. Because there's a force that is around you, a very powerful spiritual force that knows how to use that wand, and that really just wants the best for you, regardless of what's in your cup. I think this is talking a lot about Mother Earth and her unconditional love for her children. I think we, not only systematically take for granted her resources, but maybe we also take for granted the infinite gifts within us that a intimate relationship with nature can really bring us. And you don't need to be in nature to have a relationship with nature. You are nature. And the more you nurture your relationship with yourself, I think the easier it becomes to attract energies that lead you away from worry and doubt and lack and pain and emotional pain, and into a new phase, of material balance and a sense of steadiness with your material realm. And most importantly, to remind all of us that at every given point, we are worthy of the emotional fulfillment that we dreamed of when we were little, and that we continue to dream of. And whatever your path has been with your relationship with your dreams, it is your relationship with yourself that, in your relationship with your inner child, that continues to perpetuate the truth about humankind and how we're all on this staircase together, and one man's dream has a unseen connection to another's. And that dream, if it is connected to your heart, it is the one thing that is leading you to emotional fulfillment. And the most important thing about manifestation and the path of manifesting is the heart of it, the passion of it, the promise that what you're in your wildest dreams, maybe even what your little inner child wished for and grew up to just kind of forget, those dreams meant something. Those dreams exist. Those dreams are yours and you deserve them. And the path to emotional fulfillment is not hard. I think it's the easiest thing that is given to us is the possibility of feeling happy all the time with how our life is, with how our relationships are, with how we feel about ourselves, with how we feel about our lives, our financial goals. We're being led and we're being loved and we're being nurtured by a very beautiful force called motherfucking Earth. And if we pay attention to not just nature, but to the way the sun and the moon interact with each other and how that connects to what we are going through or what we've been thinking about a lot or what's been weighing on us. That is the path to emotional fulfillment, the way the threads intertwine, the connections. Oh, so all these colorful threads connecting cup to cup, cup to cup, like the pentacle to the pentacle. The divine hands us the truth about our own material relationships through our relationship with nature and our relationship with ourselves. And also the moon, the intellect, through what thoughts come up, because our thoughts are not separate from our feelings. Our thoughts and our feelings are holding hands together to help us along that path. And there's no amount of darkness that can really hinder the spiritual power that is able to come through and help you love what's in this cup. Because what's in this cup is nothing less than what connects the 10 cups. It is arguably more valuable because it teaches us the path to it. So it's all about how we feel about what's in this cup, not necessarily about how well we can piece the pieces together. It's really important that we value what's in our own cup, even if it's jack fucking shit. Even if that's how you deem it, even if that's how you want to look at it. If you feel empty, you feel hindered, you feel unsatisfied, that's okay. I love that I feel unsatisfied. I love that I feel shitty. I love it. It makes me so happy because it means that I am worthy of emotional fulfillment. It means that I am capable of connecting my dreams and action towards my dreams. Influences from the past that might still affect your relationship with yourself. You know, the web that connects us all. When you kind of stop looking at the web, the work, and you start looking at the worker, the spider, the one that weaved the web. What is the difference? What is the connecting force, the thread of feeling, thought, and perspective between, what is the factor that makes your relationship with the web different than your relationship with the spider yourself? And that right there is the thread between this. The star, the beautiful star, the star within. And that's how you find the light within, is to love the connection you feel. Whether it's with your work or with what you do, and whether you feel satisfied with it, you know? Do you feel satisfied when you think about the spider? Do you feel the star within the spider? Do you feel like they're the same things? Do you feel like they connect to how you feel about your own cup? And is it time to step into an era of loving what might exist within that spider? You might not see color in that spider, but you believe that it's there. And the power of belief changes everything. The power of belief changes your relationship to your wealth, changes your relationship to your work, changes your relationship to color, to art, to emotion itself, and that word itself. And I think when we grow up, it's our responsibility to acknowledge the child within and ask them what they wanted and how they felt about themselves and how they felt about what they were doing. I think the unfortunate truth is that a lot of us were raised to neglect the eternal nature of the child's mind and the child's imagination. And we were manipulated and kind of disencouraged from understanding what it's really worth to be, to even exist. And I think there's a certain part of the innocent mind, the child's mind, that understands how rare and beautiful and precious it is to be alive. And so early on, you know, the truths of current reality were thrown on us, and we have to throw away the dreaminess, and then we're taught to make fun of it or to put it down or to view it as something that's arbitrary or secondary, when in reality, to put that first, to put the color first and not the work first, is to allow yourself a new era of infinite gifts. I'm gonna pull an archetype card, and part of me is hoping I pull the Eternal Childs, because that would be really cool. That would be really cool. But of course I'm open. These cards, the archetype cards, have a complete mind of their own. Oh, this is my favorite fucking card ever. We have the Lover, and it's so beautiful. And look at that. When the Swan, the little Son of Cups, learns to love, what is in that cup? Look at what is created from that. And it can be really hard. It can be easier said than done to love a version of ourselves that we weren't taught to love. And I think that that's such an undervalued importance of adulthood, is loving the child within. Because so much beauty and color can be created from that place. And to learn to not take it so seriously. And that's my favorite thing, you know? I've been told to grow up many times by people who just might not understand the importance, or haven't yet had the space or time or teaching to really fathom the importance of silliness and laughter and color. And that at no point should we have been asked to let that go. That remains an important aspect. How can we apply that to our relationship with ourselves? Because it's like, I know the importance of it, but how do I utilize that to continue manifesting what my adult self wants and what my experienced heart might desire? And I think that's the best frickin' part. I think that's the best part, is applying the color and painting the lines of life with whatever the child may want, with whatever the silliness within may want. Because the child used to cower at the pain, but the lover loves the child for overcoming it, and for seeing the color, and for fighting for the color. The outcome being a much better future for everybody. A much better future for the children that might have not had an opportunity to love themselves or to love their own web. You know, why were we taught to weave the web before we were taught to love ourselves? Because if we put this first, the web has a chance to become something that gets to include everybody and doesn't separate humanity by its own pain. The inner childs and the wishes and the dreams and the hopes of the inner child are exactly the ones that tell us how to connect love with work. So I think we owe it to ourselves. I think we owe it to ourselves to love and to not take it so seriously. But we deserve what we want. And if we want material abundance, it is granted by the eternal child. Thank you.